It's going to be Pelcher versus Cat off the bat. We're going to start him off with this Cyclone coming out, and Pelcher is actually hitting into the Cyclone, but that's a smart play. He's actually building the resources, so don't flame him for that. He's actually building resources. Has to go versus Catricum, the most healing warrior ever, versus Pelcher, trying to find a way to survive. Gonna go for big old Incarn, trying to get some resources rolling. Gonna sling a lot of instant cast to Cat, but it's gonna get reflected. Pelcher's taking a lot of his own damage, has thorns, and his Barkskin gonna mallet at Catricum. This Catricum has to use his enrage regen early. Gonna get stunned up. Charge coming in, massive heal. Pelcher's in an execute range, stun coming out short. Gonna get that execute onto the boomy, and down he goes. That was the fastest duel ever. Angel Light's Path up next. Catricum getting hit with a Hodge. We also have Dead on the team. Hanging on the corner, we have Lysarin, we got Oblivion, we got Zico, but it's Cat. Taking some damage from Light's Path. Fury coming out, has to find a way to deal with the Paladin as Hand of Freedom come down. Light's Path is the leader of his team, but we've also got Hassan, and we got Muffer, and we got Muffer, actually named Muffer, okay, and Shadow Step it. 3 rogues. It's gonna be fun for the first half of the duel, and then you got rogues. I know I'm gonna get comments about it. Hand of Freedom coming out for Light's Path. Catricum is trying to survive this Paladin right now. No big whammies coming out of the Paladin, as he did use wings before. That's going to be reflected by Cat, trying to avoid a Hodge right now. And doesn't have a lot of health to work with. Commanding Shot coming in early as he gets Hodge. Is that going to be enough health? Has a small heal rolling too. Is that going to be enough to survive? Is going to be able to get a charge, a leap, charge, heal off of the Paladin. Going to get a slow until Light's Path. Another heal comes in. Trying to recover his health before Commanding Shot wears off, as he's going to put him in a vulnerable spot. Short wings coming out for Light's Path, and Catricum needs to bail away from it. Is going to get a reflect rolling. No Hodge coming out for Light's Path. Doesn't want to Hodge into that. Gonna get a slow into Catricum, who's just gonna be able to walk away. Charge. Needs to charge heal off of Light's Path. This is gonna go for first aid. That's gonna be a good move. He just have health to work with before he takes the damage by Light's Path. No wings available for the Paladin for a while. It's gonna be a Hodge. It's gonna be a lot of damage. This cat is gonna take a bit of chunk of damage, but he's not gonna die. That's exactly what he wanted. Charge comes in. Another heal rolling. Reflect coming out right now. Gonna reflect whatever spell Light's Path, I guess, has. Catricum barely has any health. He's in the execute range right now and does go down as Light's Path holy damage just goes through all that armor so easily. Obliv going up next, wants to deal with another Paladin. Trigger coming out instantly by Light's Path. Trying to blink away with another Polymer. Does get rooted with Light's Path. Repoly him. Greater Pyroblast onto a sheep covered with Shield of Vengeance. This sheep has vengeance. Greater Pyro is going to get through a bit of health. Light's Path Shield of Vengeance didn't get popped though. I'm actually very surprised that his Shield of Vengeance did not get popped in that Greater Pyro. I'm actually impressed. How much health do you have? Holy crap. Obliv is going to be out in the open. Light's Path is going to love those pillars. They're pretty long, and then in the right location where it forces out Obliv to get up close and personal. Light's Path is going to get some freebie damage off of that Hodge. Going to burn through the shield, and Obliv is going to continue chasing after him. Light's Path is going to get a lot of resources off of this. Trying to land a poly, is going to blink for it. Oh, he decided to walk away from that poly. Was that a good move? Walked away from the poly at the very end. He's going to go for Ring of Frost to follow. He's not going to be able to do it. There's going to be wings coming out of Light's Path right now. As Obliv is going to go for a big old combustion. Going to drop a meteor down. Light's Path is trying to take that away. Going to go for a bubble right now. And Obliv might have to ice block. He's going to ice block early. Going to get temporal back a lot of the healing. Light's Path is still sitting in a bubble. Flashlights are coming out. And I think Obliv is going to try to come out and maybe interrupt him. No, not going to happen. That was big cooldowns and big defensive. Trading for big cooldown and big defensive. 2 minutes on both of their cooldowns. That's going to be 4 minutes and 4 minutes. Oh my god, Ice Block and Bubble both have the same time. That's actually perfect defensive for defensive trade. Look like Ice Path went small for a second. Not really sure what that was about. And Obliv is going to go for an Invis. Once they get a setup into Light's Path, Shield of Vengeance is the only defensive he has. Trick coming up in about 20 seconds. Obliv is going to catch him out with a Dragon's Breath. Polymorph coming out right now. He used to go for the Greater Pyro. Is he going to go for the double Greater Pyro setup with Ring of Peace? Ring of Frost? Into another Greater Pyro. Light's Path is going to take a lot of damage. It's going to be a fair chunk of damage. Fair chunk of change. Shield of Vengeance coming down. Breaks out of it pretty quickly. Into a Maledict Trinket. Pyroblast coming out back to back. But Obliv is out of mobility. Can't blink away. After Light's Path. Did get hit with a slow midway through his burst. Light's Path is trying to recover. Hodge coming down to Obliv. He's going to get out of it with a Trinket. Oh, Light's Path Trinket something too. Did he trinket a root? Did Light's Path just trinket a root? He did. Oh my god. Okay, interesting play. That might pay him off. Polymorph coming out is going to re-heal him full. Obliv is fine with that. Is he gonna go for another Ring of Frost? No. He's gonna go for a trinket. Gonna get some Pyroblast rolling into lights. Obliv is still, every time he tries to back out, I think he needs to get in. He needs to get around the corners of the pillar. If he wants to deal with Light's Path, he's gonna hug the pillar until there's nothing left of it. Gonna get a Dragon's Breath before the Hodge can come out. Polymorph comes in. Obliv could go for a setup. Probably Ring of Frost to follow, yeah? I think Light's Path is close enough where we could get a Hodge out for him. Gonna get a Shield of Vengeance up and running. That's gonna be Obliv blinking away. Doesn't want to get frozen. Gonna go for Flash of Light. Is gonna get interrupted onto Frost. Big damage coming out by Obliv though. Lots of damage. That's gonna be a big old combustion coming down. Light's Path does get wings up and running. That's gonna be Obliv blinking in. Oh my god, all that damage burned through the Paladin. The wings of Icarus are down. That's gonna be Shadow Step and walking up. Wait, which one? There we go. Oh, I like the Mog, dude. That's my favorite Mog right now. That's what I've been using. He got the swords with it, too. I like that. Look at this, man. Oh, look at that moon. Wait, is that a moon? Wait, what is that? It is a moon. It's just... Oh, okay. I just had to figure... I just had to know, chat. I had to know. Curiosity got the better of me. Shadow Step is going to go versus Obliv. Obliv doesn't have anything for a while. It has a trinket. Temporal is up and running right now. It does get a road into Cheap Shot. That's going to be Mark for Death in Venom, I think, into a full kidney, or Mark for Death kidney, trying to get that in Venom rolling. It's going to be Breath in the opener. Polymorph coming down. Blink away for Obliv. Going to be tricking out of Shadow Step. Not going to Shadow Step it. Not using Shadow Step. Another Polymorph into a Greater Pyro. Going to connect with this Rogue. Is he going to go just running? Malachite Tricky coming down. Onto Shadow Step. It could get a heal rolling. Is going to have to wait it out. Obliv is not going to push in for a pressure. He's gonna go for foot himself, actually. A Shadow Step is gonna sink back into stealth. Hasn't used Shadow Step yet. Watch him. This guy has to be a god in Shadow Steps. Chicken coming out for Obliv into a Breath, into a Freeze, onto Shadow Step. And, oh, gonna cloak it as he runs past it. Cloak of Shadows used, but no Shadow Step quite yet. Shadow Step is gonna catch himself another reset of the Mage. Looking okay on health, 50% dampening. Obliv, with every second this passes, he's gonna have Ice Block available sooner and sooner. Still has a massive heal available. Sap comes in. Still has dots rolling apparently. It's going to be a freeze and a Shadow Step it. Smoke Bomb coming down. Is Obliv going to blink into it? No, just going to Meteor on top of Shadow Step it. Is that going to be Shadow Step out of him? Going to go for a big old Pyro play? That's a lot of damage in a single setup. Shadow Step its health is pretty low now. At about half, going to get a Concoction rolling right now. No dampening or no necrotics on it. That's going to be good. Shadow Step... They're coming out right now. Shadow Step kidneys onto Obliv. Gonna try to get some damage. Early Ice Block into a Breath. Into a Ring of Frost. Doesn't catch the Rogue, but he does catch Stealth. In the Vantage Blind coming in onto Obliv. And Shadow Step is going to be able to get an opener. Obliv has a minute left on Trinket. He's doing okay for now. Shadow Step is at full health though. Obliv is going to eat with a Garrote. Cheap Shot coming out afterwards. Orchard rolling. Kidney Shot coming down. As Shadow Step goes for some damage. Vendetta comes in. And Obliv is going to land a Polymorph into a Greater Pyro. It has a lot of damage rolling. Shadow Step. Oh, he catches him with that Polymorph with a double blink. Going to send a Greater Pyro running at him with a Meteor on the other side. Shadow Step is going to eat that Greater Pyro. Vendetta rolling. Going to get a Maledict onto Obliv right now without Vendetta. And Obliv is just going to have to get himself some distance from this roll. Going to go for some food. Shadow Step is fast in the approach. Vendetta used. That was a big Vendetta. Didn't get to sink all the big damage in. Decided to play defensive. Into 25% dampening. Sap comes in. Kidney Shot coming down. Onto Obliv. Chickens out of it. Breath coming in. Polymorph coming out. Is that going to be DR? No, not DR. Going to be full damage. Greater Pyro. Does Obliv get damage? Combustion available soon. Ring of Frost to follow. Ring of Frost. Cloak of Shadows coming out for the Rogue though. Shadow Step finds himself with about half health. I think Obliv is doing what I told him. Gonna go for big damage right now. Maledict should go to Shadow Step and continue to do big deeps. There's gonna be Kidney Shot coming down to safety chicken procs with Shadow Step. Does Obliv have another blink to get in there? Add Shadow Step to disrupt him. He's gonna drop a Meteor, freezing him out in the open. Shadow Step trying to land a kidney. Not gonna happen. Scorch coming out. Pyro, Breath him in, and Obliv does take him out. Very well played. Muffer coming in as a Pandaren. Oh, Goblin Rogue. I thought it was a Pandaren for some reason. Has a big old mound. Nice looking mound. Obliv is going to be able to get himself a nice honor duel versus yet another Rogue. Looks like another Assassination. Going to land a sap on him out in the open. Garrote. Cheap Shot to follow. After he got some dots up and running. That's going to be a Muff playing some long game. It's going to be big temporal rolling for Obliv, but with that dampening. Not going to get the value. Trying to repoly him again in case the Rogue trinkets. Greater Pyroblast is going to come out. Obliv was able to get some health back, but not a lot. Really starting to feel... Whoa, Cloak of Shadows came out from Muffer. Okay. Muffer? Actually, it's Muffer. I want to call him Muffer. I like Muffer even better. Obliv getting hit with a Vanish. Can't see the Rogue. Breath coming down. As Mafur gets to live another day. Oblivious trying to get some instant cast in there. Trying to end Mafur a little bit. No ice block available for this man for a while. Mafur got him in a blind. Gonna get a concoction rolling. Gonna get a sap reset. No, just gonna go into Garrote into Obliv right now. Wants to end the mage right here, right now. Short shield coming in for Obliv. Trying to get one of instant cast again into Mafur. Mafur stands still for a second. Triggers out of that. Fire breath. Is gonna get himself a temporal rolling as Cauterize keeps him alive. Mafur barely has any health right now. He's gonna die right now. Two deaths coming out and does actually roll. Oh my god, Obliv just turned it around on the mage out of nowhere. Gives this man the food he needs. No Cauterize. Trick out available. Ice block available in 40 seconds. Temporal in about 30 seconds. Is it gonna be able to beat Asana? That is a Outlaw Rogue this time. Outlaw Rogue walking up, just double katanas. Actually looks pretty dope, I'll be honest. The double katana for Outlaw and Obliv actually looks kind of dope. I dig it. But Obliv is going to be able to take another rogue right now. This guy's slaying rogues. This mage is a slayer of rogues right now. Can he take out this Outlaw Rogue? No dot damage from an assassination, but the range stun, grapple hook might be a bit of a challenge for Obliv regardless. Asun is opening up, trying to get himself a buff rolling. Does get himself a really good buff. Polymorph coming up for Obliv. Going to try to repolymorph. Almost got a double repoly. It's still going to land on polymorph for Asana as Asana didn't quite know exactly what he wanted to do. Going to Pyro with Maldic Chicken is going to hit Asana right now. Blind coming in early into Obliv. Vanish coming in for Asana. Going to get a cheap shot rolling again. Kill speed to follow. Temporal coming out for the mage. Trying to live it. Asana doesn't have a lot of health. Does get a nice DFA. Look, it looks amazing, but is he going to be able to live it? Meteor coming down on his head. Cloak of Shadows needs to come out right now as a defensive. He's going to be able to use it. Does he use it? That's going to be Obliv trying to run away from the rogue for a little bit. Grapple hook coming out. And does blink in and fire blast him at the end. Obliv takes out all these rogues in a single goal. 4 people down. I like it, dude. Take out a Paladin and then rogues right after. Bam, 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 done. That's what I wanted to see, dude. That's a good fire mage right there.